Now, one of the things that we are seeing coming from the NEO battery swapping stations is that, ladies and gents, in a space of 1 week, as seen on the screen, NEO managed to complete over 801,000 battery swapping stations, averaging around 114,500 battery swaps per day. Now, this is something that is great because it is appearing that a lot of the people, or this simply just means that a lot of the people that are obviously using NEO cars, majority of them, they're utilizing battery swapping like crazy. I mean, you will know that these weekly battery swaps or weekly total battery swaps that got completed, they are even more than the total cars that NEO has delivered since inception to date. I mean, NEO is not yet, or has not yet reached or clocked the 800,000 deliveries since inception, but we see in a week the total swaps that got completed surpassing or going over 800,000. This speaks volumes about the battery swapping, the convenience that battery swapping is bringing to those that are obviously utilizing or subscribed to bus and are using this battery swapping to replace their batteries, instead going the normal route of going to their charging stations or plug in to charge their car or their EV cars, which is something that is just so great. So I know that obviously there are some people that still don't know the benefits of battery swapping stations, why battery swapping station is important, or why battery swapping station it is the end game for the fast growing EV space. But we have discussed a lot. I mean, one of the benefits of battery swapping is obviously they are super fast. Fourth generation battery swapping stations, you will know that you spend less than 3 minutes, both on NEO models and ONVO models, which this shows you of how quick battery swapping can be able to provide the battery swapping service to your car, which is why a lot of people that are buying NEO car, ONVO cars, they go in and buy the car without a battery with an intention of subscribing to battery as a service, which entails them going to this battery swapping station and swap the battery in their car. So I am very excited because, by the way, if you did not know, NEO now has completed since inception over 73 million battery swaps, which this figure also is very important because it shows us that battery swapping, not only are they convenient, but they are reliable even for the long term, because there are some of the battery swapping stations that NEO deployed like even before 2020 that are still being utilized today. And this talks or speaks about the fact that this infrastructure that NEO is deploying is very reliable. So this is very important, and this, I think, it's a very good battery swaps figures that we are seeing on a daily basis coming from NEO, as they show us that the more NEO delivers their car, the more battery swaps that they will get to obviously complete. I mean, these figures that we've been seeing this week, it appears that NEO has been averaging, NEO's average on battery swapping stations, it's around 39 or over 39%, right? It's over 39 or almost 40 battery swaps per day. And what do we know about NEO's breaking even onto the battery swapping stations? We know that for NEO to be able to do that, they need to be completing around 60 battery swaps per day. I know there are some people that don't pay or that are not paying for battery swapping service fees, but those people are paying battery rentals. They are paying, of course, for battery upgrades. Free battery swaps, you know that, especially in April, NEO was offering, I think, around 240 battery swaps, free coupons, free 240 coupons for battery swap, meaning that anyone who bought their cars in April was getting that free coupon of being able to swap 240 times for free, which is something that, of course, it was great, and that is one of the things that resulted into NEO receiving or seeing some massive orders inflows, which was so great. I mean, battery swapping station, it can be able, this is what battery swapping station can do. It can be able to increase more orders. It can be able to increase orders inflow onto NEO, which is something that obviously increases the deliveries that NEO gets to deliver on a month to month. So yeah, man, I am very happy. I'm excited. When I saw these figures or when I saw this report, last night I thought of coming and giving you these figures to you today, so that you know exactly the kind of a performance that NEO is putting for all to see. This is good news. You will know that Firefly cannot perform battery swapping as yet, but what we know is that because right now NEO is still deploying the fourth generation battery swapping stations, from the fifth gen battery swapping stations which NEO intends to start deploying early next year, those battery swapping stations will be, those generation of battery swapping stations will be able or will be compatible to also Firefly, meaning the Firefly users, all those that are buying Firefly cars, they will be able to go to NEO battery swapping stations and perform a battery swapping even on their cars, which is great, right? I know that obviously for now a lot of Firefly or some of the people will be worried why Firefly is not having this capability of going to a battery swapping station and swap. You will know that NEO's first intention with battery swapping for Firefly was they wanted to do the separate designated Firefly battery swapping stations, or battery swapping station designated for Firefly only. But then they said that that's not cost effective. So they rather integrate Firefly into the system, and the very same battery swapping station that Firefly would go and swap their batteries in, it will be the same one that NEO, ONVO, and the other partners will go and perform a battery swapping onto that battery swapping station, which is something that is great, I suppose, which is something that obviously it will increase rapidly, of course, the total number of battery swaps that gets to be completed per day, including Firefly. So I am happy, man. I am excited because the more now NEO sells, not only NEO main brand models, not only ONVO models, but also Firefly, is the more swaps we'll be getting to see. You will remember that NEO also have signed strategic partnerships with some of the partners like Chengen, Geely, Lotus, Chery, and the others that will entail those companies coming with their new energy vehicle cars and swap or perform a battery swap onto NEO's battery swapping station, which is something that is great. Something that, again, it's very excited, and it tells you or speaks volumes about where NEO is headed. It's not only going to be the NEO cars and their its sub brands that will be utilizing NEO's battery swapping station, but in fact, from Q3 of this year, we could see other cars, Chery, utilizing NEO's battery swapping stations, which these, my friends, it's lights out, right? Because like I said, the more NEO gets to sell their cars and their partners coming to utilize NEO's battery swapping stations, the more NEO will get, the more these battery swapping stations will get to a break even, which is going to be great news. Do you realize the massive potential that lies within the battery swapping? I don't think some of the people still know what this could do to NEO as a whole or NEO as a company, which when I get to think of where NEO could be, I can't help but wonder the amount of revenues that battery swapping stations will be able to generate for NEO. Otherwise, with all that, man, I just thought I'd come and give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Share price wise, NEO might not be doing the most, but this is a company which is expected to do very well in the future. So I'm gonna continue loading the boat because I know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. Like this video, subscribe if you have not done so, because I give you latest content, latest developments about what we are seeing coming from NEO. And today, these battery swapping stations news, or total battery swaps averaging over 114,000 in the last, of course, week. It is something that is just so great, and it speaks volumes about where battery swapping station is headed, which is just so amazing. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you on the next one, and God bless you all.